Hey, this is John. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Mechanical Mastery. In the last episode, we started working on polonium to get these polonium pellets to build the supercritical phase shifter. That would be going okay if I could run this fission reactor and keep it going. But unfortunately, I can't right now because he simply won't dissipate all the steam. So if this guy fills up with steam, then this guy will backlog with steam. Once he outputs, or once he fills up his tank, he will explode. So that would be very bad. So we can't just turn him on. I can turn it on for a short time, maybe a minute or two, but if I do not hit scram and stop this, this guy will fill up. So as soon as his power buffer is full, in other words, he's converted all the steam to energy and dissipated whatever the dissipation is, I guess steam, water, whatever you get back, he will simply fill up because he has nothing to do with the steam. He can't produce power. He has no more place to buffer the power. And he will just stop cooling the steam. So we can't run this for very long. So what are we going to actually do about that? Well, we've got a few problems to solve. First of all, I want to solve the problem of the fissile fuel tank. Once we get it running, we're going to have to find some way to get fissile fuel over here. So I think the first thing to do is to find out if we can put fissile fuel in a quantum entangleporter. If we did that, we would have a huge buffer over here. So I did swap the tanks. So I've got, less fuel over here, but the quantum entangleporter would be, 8,000 buckets, which would be a lot of fissile fuel. And we wouldn't have to go switch the tanks very often at all. Well, with the entangleporter, we have to switch them at all. So that's what I want to start with, is working towards that. So let's get a couple of quantum entangleporters, and let's just see if it's possible to switch these guys. So let's start by taking this guy. I want to put you in wrench mode. Thank you. We'll put you there. We will make the side config be items none, fluids none, gases input output, and that should connect. Why doesn't it? Probably because it's not on a channel. Let's see if we can make a channel. Okay. There we go. And yes, we can put fissile fuel in him. Excellent. That's something I wanted to know. So that means we can replace the fissile fuel that is needed over here with that fuel. So let's start by wrenching this guy. Let's go ahead and get my other quantum entangleporter. And let's set you to fissile fuel. And let's turn items off, gases off, fluids off, and let's put gases back on. And this should be good. He will pull out with this. I want another one of these tubes. I want to empty the tanks that we have right now. Let's get a couple of these pressurized tubes. And I feel like, no, it shouldn't matter. We can extract from here, I think. Let's just try that. I didn't mean to be in wrench mode. Try it again. Let's put you in configurate mode. First of all, what is your side config? Okay. You have nothing in you. That seems very odd. Okay. Sure, whatever. What about you? Okay, and you have that. Oh, it's all in here. Okay, maybe that's right. I didn't put the side in for gases to be an input. There we go. Now it makes sense. Okay. All right. That was bugging me. That was being confusing. So there we go. We can get rid of these ultimate tanks and these pressurized tubes. Now we have lots of fissile fuel right over here, and he's going to make a lot more. And one thing that's going to happen is, let's double check. Oh, that's not under here. How many fissile fuel pellets do you have? 129. What if I wanted 56? I said 56. Are you getting fissile fuel? Yes, you are. Okay, so you're still outputting from that other guy. All right, that's what I wanted to know. So take you back down to 128, and we are now getting fissile fuel, which means this is going to run a lot more often. So that is, using more power. We pretty much weren't able to power this all the time, and now we pretty much should be. So that should be good. In fact, let me see here. Upgrades. Yeah, I went ahead and upgraded him to max because why not? Let's just go max, right? Let's put them. I don't think I want to dump the excess on either of them right now, but I don't think we need as much hydrogen as we did. We're going to stop using the hydrogen generator. So let's see here. You have almost 8,000 buckets. Since he has so much, let's stop dumping the excess. We'll put them both on idle, and it will only run when it needs oxygen. And then it will always take out to this guy, but he'll run a little bit less often now, which I think is a good thing. The rest of these should be fully upgraded on all of these. Let's see here. Your upgrades are... Yeah, see, the speed is only a 10x upgrade for 8 of these, rather than a ridiculous 256x effect. So, alright. So we are now using a lot more energy. I did put this guy back as well to get us more sulfuric acid. Now, I'm not convinced that we're going to keep up with the production of these things. How did you get sulfur dust in there? Is that what you're supposed to get to make that, what is it called? Basilic reagent? I didn't think that was it. It is. Okay, my mistake. And you have that from the thermal series. That shouldn't be right either. Let's see here. Let's just make sure that you would keep working if we ran out of thermal dust, which we might at some point. Up into my 4. Come back, 4. Okay, so he's not running right now, but he could if we tried to get that enriched reagent. What did I tell him to make? Let's see here. He's at 65. I want him to have 128, which he doesn't have. But there we go. We have a stack of these, but I really don't think the sulfuric acid producing will keep up. You can see it's going down really rapidly. So this guy just chews through sulfuric acid. So we would need to make more sulfuric acid than this if we're going to run that guy with the ore setup. That's okay though. Right now we're trying to figure out what to do with our energy reserves, which is I want to burn them as much as possible. Look at this, we're down to 3 million flux energy. We had like 100 million when we started. So, hey, there we go. Kick him on, and you can see, there we go. Power again. But this is still way too much power. We have so much. So we need to do something else with the power. And my answer to what to do with the power is, I don't know yet. My first thought is, let's buffer it. Let's have a bigger buffer. We have a very tiny 100 million redstone flux buffer right now because, well, that's all we've needed. But what if we had, I don't know, 100 billion buffer? Could we do that? Oh, actually, no. But what I do know is that they have these induction matrix things, and they're a big multi-block which stores power. Kind of like Draconic Evolution or I think, what's that other mod? RF Tools or something like that. There's probably another one. This one's from Mechanism. And I think we should try this out. So let's make a few patterns to make this stuff. All right, we're going to need some of these induction casings. So it's steel around an energy tablet. We can make energy tablets, so that's no problem. We're going to need more patterns, aren't we? Let's just get these in here. Okay. Induction ports are elite control circuits. That's no problem. I think this is our input-output. Induction cells require lithium. We don't have lithium. We'll have to figure out how to get that. And we need these basic energy cubes. This is the basic induction cell. You can have more than one of these, and it will add their capacities, I think. But there are higher tiers of this too. We can get a better tier of this. Let's see here. So this is my basic cell. This is this guy to make that. But I don't think we'll do the basic cells. We'll probably do something better than that. So that can do 3.2 billion RF. This one, which doesn't really require too much more resources, will get us 25 billion RF. So we may as well make that one too. Yeah. And what is the next tier? This one, the elite, is 204 billion redstone flux. You know what? Let's put it on the list. So, and then the use for this is the ultimate tier, 1.6 trillion redstone flux. So, hey, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go all the way. I mean, we basically have unlimited resources. I don't see any reason to go lower on any of these things. So there are the induction cell. We need at least one of those. I'm thinking 1 trillion RF is probably enough for us right now. We'll see, but I'm thinking it might be okay. Yeah. So here we are, this basic induction product. This is how much it can, I don't know, input, output. It says output, but it might be input and output. But we're going to need more than 100,000 transfer rate. So we're going to have to get this one. It requires energy cube, that's fine. And then we'll need to upgrade him to at least the next tier. And given it's just resource and auto crafting, I figure we may as well go up to the max because we have these elite control circuits, that's no problem. And then we can go up to ultimate because do we have ultimate control circuits? We do. Okay. So yeah, that should be all of our stuff if we had lithium dust. Lithium dust, I don't know how to get that either. So it looks like you can only get it in a chemical crystallizer. We're going to need one of those. We're going to need some lithium. So how do we get lithium? Lithium can be made in an oxidized lithium dust. Okay, we need lithium dust, so that's not going to help us. What about the decondensating? Okay, we can get it from liquid lithium. So how do we get liquid lithium? We can get it from draining, or we can get it from this thermal evaporation controller. I don't know what that is. We need brine, whatever that is. And brine formed, height 18. I don't know what this means at all. We're going to have to figure out how to use this thing, I think. So how do we get brine? Let's see here. Looks like water will make brine. Okay, so we might need 2 of these guys. So let's see. Controller for thermal evaporation as the master block of structure. Only one needs to be placed in multi-block. Ooh, it's a multi-block. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this out too, I guess. So thermal evaporation valve and block. Okay, this is not a short project, so let's just get started with what we can get started with. So here's all of this. Here's the ports. Here's the basic induction cell. Here's the energy cube. This is advanced. This is Elite. This is Ultimate. This is Basic Provider. This is Advanced Provider, Elite Provider, and Ultimate. We only made Basic Energy Cube. I think we need to make all of the cubes. So let's go fix that real quick. So, hey, how come you're not in... Oh, you are. I'm sorry. That's wrong. That's fine. We need to be able to make these, and these, and these. And obviously the creative's not going to be any use to us. All right. There we go. The last 3 patterns in here. Oh, there's more space down here. I didn't realize that. We're not as tight on space as I thought we were. All right, cool. That is good to know. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to need some kind of thermal evaporation block to get the lithium. But let's just start. What can we make right now? So, induction casing. I can make a stack of that, so that's not a problem. Let's start with that. Okay, induction ports. We may as well make just 2 of those. It uses our casing now, so we'll have to work on that. The induction provider, I want Basic, Elite, Ultimate. We want one of these. Yeah, we have no lithium dust for that. And the cell, again, no lithium dust. We only have 1,000 gold? How is that possible? We should have way more gold than that. Why don't we? Copper, tin, gold. Huh. Okay, we're not making enough gold. This guy is probably not enough either. Okay, let's make it simple right now. Let's get 3 flux augments. I'll probably just factorize him at some point. Let's kick him up to 2,000, and hopefully that'll get us more gold. If we need to make a factory or a production thing, which we'll make one of those for gold at some point. I just haven't got around to it yet. Alright, let's see if that takes care of our gold problem. Maybe, did I use a bunch of gold in making stuff? How much gold do we have? We're definitely going up on gold right now, so hopefully that'll be enough gold later on to keep going. So we'll see, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to build these thermal evaporation blocks. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Okay, all right. We're fine. We're fine, but that could have been very bad if the temperature went up too much. Okay. All right, we're okay. And we have lots of energy right now. Yay. Okay. I have seen it happen if there's not enough coolant in the tank. So once this guy is full, he is supposed to you know, not be able to cool down anymore. He won't have anywhere for the steam to go, and he won't be able to evaporate. So this is potentially very dangerous, but yeah, that's going okay. Up to 21, just basically 10 1/4 times more, and we'll have our polonium pellets. We're practically there. Okay, let me go look and see how these thermal evaporation blocks work and figure out what we need to do to build those. Alright, let's see if we can make one of these guys. I think it's another one of those multi-block structures. So we're going to try a 5x5. So let's teach it how to make these things. So we need some copper and some steel. Alright, we'll get some of those. A valve. I think this is for putting stuff in and out of. So we'll get a couple of those. And we'll get one of these controllers. And that should be our multi-block. So again, I think we need like a I'm going to try a 5 by 5 by 5, but I really don't know how this works. So we're just going to see what happens. Okay, so, all right, I think we're going to need 2 of these guys. We're going to need 1 of these, and I need, let's get a stack of these and see what happens. So we'll need 2 of these. We need 1 to turn water into brine and 1 to turn brine into liquid lithium. So where am I going to put these at? Probably somewhere. We could try right down here. That might work okay. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. Oh, there we go. And we'll need 2 of them. I'm going to set up 2, 3, 4, 5, just like the generator we put upstairs. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Where's my diamond wand? Okay, we'll fill out the floor here. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting a lot more of that casing, aren't we? Another stack of that real quick. All right, I think the middle is hollow. So we're going to find out if I'm right about that. So I'm going to put the controller here, and I'm going to put the valves here. That's not where they're going to stay, probably, but we're going to try that for now. Let's see, what's the sidedness of this? Yeah, I want this. Okay, do you work now? Of course not. What am I missing with this? Let me go one more time. Okay, Wiki tells me it can't be a 5 by 5, it has to be a 4 by 4. So let's try something else. Let's just tear this down. Okay, try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. And it said something about taking these corners off. So I'm probably doing this wrong, but we're going to see what happens here. And I think it said you had to put solar generators on top. I don't, does it have to be solar generators? I don't know. So we're going to find out in a minute. It didn't form, so I really would think we'd need the solar generator, and also it won't work right now, so let's see here. I mean, they're just generators. Why would it need that to form up? You know, it kind of makes sense if we're trying to evaporate things, we wouldn't have a solid roof. So yeah, that was the problem. Okay, so let's see here. Temperature is nothing. I hope we don't have to have solar thing, but all I know is it produces power, so I wouldn't think it would need anything other than a flux point, really. So I hope it doesn't need the um, solar generators, but if it does, I guess we will try it out. Okay, he is not connecting, so I'm guessing this is not going to work. Yeah. All right, let me rebuild that above. Be right back. This is not where it's going to live long term. But let's just make one advanced solar generator and see if it does anything, if we can get some water in there. Do we have that water tank? I don't. Whatever happened to that? Whatever. I'll figure out a way to get water in there in a minute. Let's get one solar guy. So, okay, we need a pattern for these. We need a pattern for these. A pattern for these. All right. Let's hope this just works. Solar panel. Advanced solar gen. Okay. Ah, good. We have done a thing. Now, will you work if you had just one? Would you do anything? Your temperature is increasing. Okay, that's pretty good. So can I maybe dump water in you somehow? I can. We have some brine. Okay. Well, this is going to be a process of building another platform for this and the other one somewhere else, and making more of those, and getting water in there. But this is how we'll get lithium. Okay, we're way past wrapping up point for this episode. Hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. There are buttons. Go press them. See you next time.